Well, it's no secret the holidays will be a lot different this year.
People are canceling their traditions or rethinking plans. So how do we make sure this is still a festive time of year? UW distinguished psychologist Sheila Murgain joins us with a few tips. Hi, Sheila.
Sheila. Good to see you again. Oh, I don't think we can hear you.
Oh, thanks for having me.
There you are. We got you.
Wonderful.
So how are you?
I'm good. And this is such an important topic with the holidays just around the season, just around the corner. And it's typically a festive time. It can be stressful as well. And during the pandemic, we really have to rethink how we're going to do the holidays. And I want to share 5 different strategies that I really want to encourage viewers to consider as they go into the holidays.
That would be great, because I know there are a lot of people who are really heartbroken over what is happening, and you know they're just plain old sad because they don't think they're going to be able to visit with their relatives. So what are you suggesting?
Yeah, the first is to start planning early. And as you mentioned, Charlotte, it is normal to feel grief or sadness or disappointment. Health experts are really encouraging people to cancel their plans or just do in-person with family members that are within your bubble. But it's important to have that plan for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for Hanukkah, even the New Year. The second thing is to really assess the risks of what your plans are, and be assertive in communication with family members. Your family members might be disappointed if you have to set a boundary and say no, but you can validate their disappointment saying you feel it too, but then really reinforce that it's best for your family, that this is a way you're deciding today to really keep everyone safe, because we don't want those holiday gatherings to be a super spreader event.
Absolutely.
And it's really important not to get into a debate about science or about cases, but rather to stick to your plan. That's going to be really important.
So you can come up with creative alternatives and maybe create new traditions.
Absolutely, Mark. We saw with Halloween, many kids felt like it was the best Halloween ever because they had so much fun coming up with creative ideas. So enlist your kids in brainstorming different ways to approach the holidays. It's important to keep some of those stable traditions, but then think about coming up with new ones. You might have a white elephant party virtually where you show images and kind of pass them around virtually, or maybe have an ugly sweater competition virtually. Or maybe you have your kids and their cousins play a board game during the holidays. So lots of different ideas we can do to really make it memorable.
This next one, it's really interesting. You're saying be kind and focus outside yourself. What does that mean?
One of the biggest risk factors during the holidays is for people to feel isolated and alone, and that can be really detrimental to well-being. And one of the ways to snap out of that funk is to focus on others. Instead of in the doom and gloom internally, focus on what you can do for somebody else. Be kind to a stranger. Maybe bring a dish to a neighbor. Write a thank you note to somebody you've never properly thanked, or even do some volunteer work. Or if nothing else, get outside and have awe about the great outdoors. That can really reset your perspective. And when we do those things, we feel more positive and we have a greater sense of connectedness.
And you have a resource on your Facebook page. Tell us about that.
I do. One of the triggers during the holidays can be family members who think differently. And during this political divisiveness, we don't want to get into arguments with family members about their differing views. So one of the ways we can build connection is a Just Like Me practice. I recorded it. That meditation practice is on my professional Facebook page, Dr. Sheila Murgain. And it's quite simply just thinking about the person in front of you that's very different, and then consider how they're just like you. How they have the same joys and sorrows, hopes and dreams, good days and bad days. And with that little bit of brief practice, you recognize you're more similar than different, and you can help find common ground to really enjoy the holiday season together.
Sheila, we're running out of time. Talk about the STAMP project.
Yeah, very quickly. UW Health study called the STAMP study. The information should be on the screen, and is for chronic back pain patients who are looking for new, innovative, empirically supported treatments. You can call 608-212-6902. And again, it's a paid study for people with chronic low back pain. We'd love for you to check it out.
And it's all virtual now, so you're no in person.
Exactly, all virtual.
All right. Well, happy Thanksgiving, Sheila. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.